Hello, hey guys, how you doing? Sorry about that. I don't know what happened there. It was like whoa, but you know what? We're back, and so let's dive into a game that I looked up from. This is from Simon Williams's book, how to crush your opponents. So this is game two. The opponent's white player's name is Arkajev Nechev versus Jan Gustafsson. Gustafsson. So we'll call it Jan for black and Ark for white. So Ark is white, Jan is black. I can't pronounce his first name. I apologize if he's listening or anything, or she's listening. I apologize. I'm sorry if they're both listening. I apologize. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. Ark is white, Jan is black. Okay. Oh come on. Okay. E4, E5, knight F3, knight C6, knight B5, the Ruy Lopez, bishop B5, A6, the Columbus variation, knight F6. So we have to remember that you're thinking, why can't why can't black take this pawn? It's because of rook there, and then when it retreats back, you have knight takes, and there's just too much of an attack, discovery attack, and it's just not what you want to have happen. So bishop e7 was played. That's why there was no attack on here. And also, if there was an attack tried, the rook move doesn't work. So it's not there's really nothing that you need to fear. Excuse me about that. Let me get a drink of water. I apologize. Okay, I'm better. There we go. Okay, so b5 to push the arc back. Jan plays b5. Bishop b3 is forced. Jan castles. Arc plays c3, so that if knight comes to a5, the bishop has a square to flee to, because he doesn't want to give up his bishop for a knight, and Jan then would have the two bishop advantage. So we don't want that to happen. That's what Ark says, is he doesn't want that to happen. It's like, you know what, you can move your knight here, I'll move my bishop to c2, and your knight looks very silly there, so you play here. Doesn't give me a problem at all. There's no real sitch. I'll play b3 after that. So if you come here, here, b3, and it's like, what do you accomplish? Nothing. So he goes d5. He's going for the smackdown. E takes d, e takes d, e takes, and rook takes. c6 is played. Okay. You got to be careful with standard play, guys, because what Ginger or what Simon Williams says is that you can really get KO'd easy if you don't understand what you're doing. Keep that in mind when you're doing an opening, that you have an understanding of what's happening right now. So just keep that in mind. And That's one thing we have to do, is to watch and make sure that doesn't happen to us. So rook e1, bishop b d6. What now black's doing is he's hammering away at h2. Also, I apologize, I need to tell you, with c6, I almost forgot it. Pawn c6, this is called the Marshall attack. So the whole thing about the Marshall attack, guys, is that if you notice, white doesn't have any pieces on the king side protecting him. Everything is on the queen side, the majority. You're saying, what about this? Yeah, but it's not defending the king. It has to actually come back. So it wastes the movement. So d6 is played, g3, because it doesn't. He doesn't like the ability of this very powerful bishop attacking the weak h2 square. Bishop f5. What that does is takes away the retreat square, so that if the knight wants to come in, now the knight can actually, I mean not the knight, sorry. It centralizes and allows the queen to come to a really strong square, so that maybe there will be some infiltration into these two squares. With g3, guys, white weakened his light squares, so what better than to get his queen here, his bishop, either maybe get his queen here and then his bishop there and in there, maybe even a pawn here. You never know. We'll see how it goes. d4. This is white's ditch effort to get his pieces out for protection. Black, Jan goes, ain't gonna do it, and Ark goes, yeah, right, I'm gonna give it a shot, and he goes bishop to e3. He's trying to hold the position, and then then you're thinking, hey, which rook should we move to the open file? This rook a e8. The reason rook a e8 is this rook on f8 here is perfect for a pawn push. And if we can get a pawn here protected, get a queen here, of course you notice, check mate on g2. Knight d2, knight bishop to g4, attacking the queen. At this point, Simon did some research, and he said that it was better for, after this move here, for white to go back and forth. But there has been a lot of, there's some books out there that are like the sources that people think they should look at, and that it's 100% accurate. So remember, even the sources that are in a book, make sure that you check it with an engine, because the player Ark, who plays this move here, got it from another book that was supposedly the book of all books, and it was incorrect. This actually is a question mark move. It actually starts a losing line. White would have been better just to have played naturally and gone back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, not played that move. Otherwise, it's basically the start of the KO attack. And so it takes, and then f4, f5, c, b takes, c takes, the f4, because he can't take here, because if he does, in comes a check, and if the king tries to run, we have check. And you know, we have a lot of pressure just coming down the board. We even have potentially, let me see, what would be another good move? Maybe now that I think about it, maybe queen to h3 is better, because it stops the flight square, and that it doesn't work because you have takes here. And if the queen tries to do something, you have takes, or sorry, you have queen takes first, king takes, knight takes, bishop takes, and yes, but then you have a discovery attack on the king, and so yeah, it's just not good at all. So that's why Ark retreated to d2. But this was a very new move. This wasn't in one of the most, see, this move right here that is played, f3, isn't in the most accepted book of all books. The accepted book of all books says that this move is actually losing, and that there should be an exchange and then all this maneuvering of pieces. But the book of all books doesn't understand that the goal is checkmate. And with this move here, with f3, it locks down these two squares, which allows the queen to come in backed by the rook. There's so much attack, guys. It's just attack, attack, attack. So we have to keep that. We got to keep that in mind when we're looking at things in chess, not things. I'm sorry, move sequences. For a second, I lost my thought there. So hey, it's possible, even me. Yeah. So, oops, I gotta go back. Queen d3. The rook. Oops, I apologize. I'm sorry. I wanted to tell you that if you were thinking queen to h3, it's not that you're not right. It's just it's too soon. The queen to d3 wants to implant the queen to f1 so that when that's played, it blocks it and doesn't allow the mate here. So there's a white, black, or Jan plays a double exclam move, rook to e2. What that does is it clogs up like in a drain. It clogs up the spot for flow that the queen wants to go to on f1, and it doesn't allow that the queen to go there. So when rook takes, the queen comes to h2. H3. He plays knight e4. E3. You're thinking, what about takes here? No. Don't take. Do not take. Remember, that ruins the idea. Takes back, and then our threat of mate here is gone. First of all, you play rook to f4, which is another exclam. So what you're saying, what? Can't he just take? Yes, if he takes, though, look what happens. Bishop takes on f4. It threatens mate here, threatens mate there. There's only one move that could stop the mate here, and it's that, but then mate drops down on the board. But I know what you're thinking. Why not play here? No, because remember, no longer is the threat on h2 anymore, and the king potentially could move, and maybe he can even hold the position. Like, you know what I mean? Something, he could do something. Probably even that would win, but you know what? Go for the most accurate takedown. Like maybe something, maybe like a queen here could potentially be played, and then takes, and now, yeah, we have a KO here, so I guess that works too. But so I see that there is knockouts either way. So at this point, we'll turn on the engine. I want to see what. I don't think there's any hope for Ark at this point. Let's see if there's anything that he can hold. I doubt it. I think it's like mate 3 or something like that. Let's see. Oh, mate 4. And yeah, so then we check. And there's mate. So, and by the way, you can't play here because of the knight, so just remember that. So what is actually, let's take a look after takes here. What is the most accurate move? Bishop takes. So the queen has to come if it was to play, come there, and then KO'd. And then here, and then boom. So what would be good at this point here when played there? Queen. It says queen takes A8. And then let's see what potentially could arise here. So he's like, black's so up material, there's nothing that could be done. It's basically it's knockout, because yeah, best is probably like rook there, and then you have here, and then if bishop takes, and next you have that. So let's say that maybe you attack. Oh, so it says attack there, and now you're threatening. So here, yeah, you take, and it takes, you have so much, it's just so much attack. It's like just pain, more pain, and no, we don't want to see any more of that. That's not fun. So we'll stop there, because that's just too much pain, we'll have to not do that. So we'll work on some puzzles to get our rating back up. I hope you enjoyed the game. It's actually from Simon Williams' book, How to Crush Your Opponent, How to Crush Your Chess Opponent. So I've just started it. That's actually game 2. There was one with Judith Polgar. Man, I'll have to put that one in next time. It's game 1 in his book. She did some really cool sacrifices, and she even locked down the position and sacrificed a couple pawns. Oh man, that was a stellar game. So I'll have to put that one in. So let's see, what do we got here? I'm going to try to start putting in games for us from maybe some books like Simon Williams and Jeremy Silman. Maybe even Reassess Your Chess, 4th edition, International Master Jeremy Silman. So we're going to start kind of amping up our study a little bit, so we can continue to get better and solve bigger and better puzzles as well. So let's see here. Okay, knight to c5 was played. That attacks our rook. Okay, dokie. Let's look for a tactic. What do we got here? We have potentially queen to c1. That forks the king and the rook, but we have a sitch here. We have this knight that's counterattacking our rook. So what do we do? What do we do? We do have the ability of playing rook takes, but the only sitch is then we have queen potentially has a move there to intercept. And then let's see. Actually, if the queen, let's see, if we play queen c1 check, queen intercepts. Yeah, I do see that. Queen c1. The only sitch is we have a bishop on, he has a bishop on e6, e3 that guards the rook. So queen c1, queen f1. Let's see, do we have anything else that... Actually, I apologize. Queen, I'm sorry, I miscalculated that. Yeah, there is no queen to f1 because this bishop smacks it. So yeah, he can't play queen e1 because the bishop guards f1. We can play queen c1 without fear, because then what would happen is he would have to move his king to h2. We first snap off the rook here, and if the bishop takes back, we just snap off another rook. So if our queen moves here, check, king moves there, we take rook takes on d2. If queen takes d2, we take the rook on a3 with and that's a fork, and we win material. So I believe that that's 100%. What do you guys think? I believe that's the correct move. This right here. That's... Let's go for it. There we go. Oh, 2 points? You gotta be kidding me, really? Oh man, that's not fun. That's not fun at all. But you know what? We'll take it. It's 2 more points we didn't have, so gotta think positive on that. Okay, if we have rook check on d2, let's see, rook d2, king goes to f1. Let's see here, there, so let me see here. I'm actually starting to like bishop to e3 first, because then that threatens mate. So bishop e3, if rook takes, we check, and then if he moves back, no, that doesn't work. Does that work? No, that doesn't work. Drat. This move's really I don't really think because that draws the rook out. First of all, it makes the rook have to move, so that if then we could check, and if the king moves, then we drop our queen, this queen in here. So first bishop check. If rook takes, which now this rook's here, yeah, then the only stitch though is he's threatening mate. So we have to be quick with our attack. We can't let any takedown. First of all, he could play queen there, check. And then when we move to f8, we get mated on f7. So we have to be quick and fast. So here, because he has to do something. If he moves, we mate him right here. So that takes, check. If he comes here, let's see, If he retreats there. Ouch. That doesn't look fun at all. That doesn't. No, 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 no. I don't like that. Maybe rook there is correct. Trying to see, do we have anything forcing though? Any more forcing moves? Trying to see if we have to find a quick combo, otherwise we're in a big problem with that. So we got to find the right combination. The only reason I'm concerned about that is king there, so oh boy. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Boy, we gotta find the correct move sequence here. Boy, this is an interesting sitch for sure. We're trying to figure out. See, we're trying. Oops, my bad there. Okay, we got to be careful of that. So we're gonna have to find a quick, check. Or we either give up. We either maybe play rook here, and then maybe we retreat back after he moves, something like that. Oh, wait a second. My bad there. He can actually swing over after that. My bad. I didn't see that. Snikes. That is the winning combo. That is right. You are right on that. The rook move is right because it guards. Once we take here, it'll guard our checkmating square. So what do you think? Rook to e2 or d2? Sorry. See, what's happening is we have to be really careful of that. The only sitch with that, I don't know if that is strong. No, that's not strong enough. Because let's say he takes there, he can actually intercept. We don't have this bishop anymore to cover see, this bishop is very important to this square after the check. Because if we check on d2, the king moves to f1. We are able to take h2. The bishop protects the rook and guards the mating threat. So this is the only move that actually has some teeth to it that I can actually see. It's the only one that makes sense. And so what would happen is if he intercepted there, now the bishop to e3 works, because then when the king moves back we checkmate because the rook is pinned against the king. I know if he moves his king to rook after here, if he moves his king to f1, we can actually win the pawn. Yeah, after here, here, after here, and then he intercepts. We then can play bishop to e3. When the king has to move back forced, we have checkmate. So this is the correct move. Do you guys see that? Yeah, exactly. This is the correct move. Oh my word, really? You're joking me. You're kidding me. Really, 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 really. What did I miss? Oh, Snikes. You could just take the pawn. Oh, drat. Oh. I can't believe I missed. We're so close. I missed the take there. Oh, brother, this the most easiest move there too. Should have looked at that. Yeah. That's right. That is right. Yeah, drat. That was a cincher too. I should have seen that. I need to slow down, and every move I need to analyze. Even if it looks right, you gotta check to see if it's better. I need to follow Manuel Lasker and Alekine's talk. If you see a move, look for a better one. That teaches me there. The only sitch is if we play here. That's true. I think let me see. Play here, he plays there. And guards. So if we play here, he plays there. He guards these two squares here. Huh. I'm looking at that. That looks like the correct move sequence, but I'm just seeing what is H1. Can H1 be maybe a better idea? No, we switch about. I see what you're saying about F1. It guards the pawn on F2, and that's the only move that guards. So if G1 can't be played because of check. So that move has to be the correct one, but I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Do you guys see any other move besides king to F1? I'm open for moves sequences because that's a good move. That's move 1. The only reason I'm thinking H3 isn't right because potentially he has a after takes here. Oops, sorry. That is true. I do see that. I'm just trying to see, do we have any continuation after that though? I think F1's right. But I'm trying to see, is there any other, what do we have for a continuation? Because the knight to F3 does snap off the H2 pawn. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay, because here, and then if he plays there, okay. Yeah, that does. Yep, you're right. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I think yep, that's it. Because when he moves here, he'll have to move up. And then we get a move in. And then if he tries C2, we go C7. there's no way to stop it, because then we can play knight to b6, protects the queening square. So then when it queens, the rook has to give itself up, and we're up an exchange. We're up a whole rook for a pawn. Yeah, that is right. Oh my word, really? You're joking me. Oh no, what did I... don't tell me it's... Oh my word. My word. Alright, oh boy. You've got to be kidding me. So then... Oh my word. Too fast again. Okay, I need to slow down after that move. Yeah. That is true. We need to... Ay. Okay, that doesn't... We know this doesn't work. Good find on the pawn, though. It's just my... yeah. I just can't believe it. And we're so close. We get to the answer, but then I move too fast, and I need totally... how we got to 2200 was that we didn't move fast, and I don't want to fall into that slump again, because I know we have what it takes to go the distance. Let's see here. Okay. We have something on with A7. I know that for sure. So, do you take the knight? I'm thinking, this is just my opinion, I'm thinking you play bishop, queen takes. We're just considering it. Oh, that's a good move too. Let's see, if we takes here, that walks into a pin. So we can actually take, and then I believe, do we, no, we don't have enough material, do we? Drat. We can play rook to, now that I think about it, we could play rook, no, that doesn't, that doesn't, does that work? Rook A4, and then if knight takes, we play, queen takes here. No, that doesn't work, no. Let's see, does he have anything after? Let's see, if we take here, let's see here, check, check. I know there's no check because the rook guards the check. Well, let's see here. Oh no, here. Then we have that check after. Let's see, there. That's a check. Then we retreat our bishop back, and we're attacking the queen, protecting. Yeah, I believe that's a potential idea for sure. So that's one great idea. Yeah, that's an excellent idea. I don't think that there's not enough material to merit sacking that for the queen, because I don't think that we don't have enough time to get over there to mate. So that potentially I think probably is the best move. I don't see anything better, because even if he blocks here or attacks there, we have back. Even if he, like what you're saying, takes on, oops, even if rook takes on e1 check, we bring our king to d2 attacking the rook. If he tries to double up, we checkmate him. So if he tries to check, we just retreat back to any one of these squares. Actually, he can't check here. Only square would be g5. We retreat back. Our king's here, so if rook takes, bishop, pawn takes, rook, check. Do we have any other do we get anything? Is there anything else that we're missing? Oh, I think I got it. What if we bring our rook over to f4? That attacks the queen, and that unleashes an attack for, if we attack the queen here, we could actually now take with the queen, threatening mate there. That I believe that's it. Rook to f4. That has more teeth than anything. It has a double threat of takes there. And so if rook comes over, if rook takes bishop, we take queen, and then if rook takes e1, we come up. I think that, what do you guys think? Do you think that rook f4? That's the best I can see in the sitch. The only problem with bishop to oh, that is, actually there is really no sitch. We can just take. Actually, no, you're right. Let's see. No, that's right. That is right, because then you can play there. Yeah, drat. That doesn't work. Good thing we checked it. See, now that's a good thing we checked, because that fails to that there. I'm trying to see that works. The only problem is I see that drat. This is, maybe it's something to do with the queen. It might have something to do with the queen. No, 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 we can't. Let's see if we play there. No, there's a check there if we do that. There's a check on e4 with the knight. Oops, yeah. Then we could take. Oh, nice. Because if we move our king to d2, knight comes there. We actually take with our rook, sacrifice. Queen takes. Then we got mate there. Nice. That potentially could be an idea. What do you guys think? There, and it takes, either rook or queen takes, and then we got checkmate. What do you think? Well, no, that's handled with rook takes. Even if queen takes, we have mate with the bishop. So if we play there, let's say he's sat. I guess that does we do lose our mating threat, but maybe it's not about mate. Maybe it's about winning material. Let's try. Yeah, I think yeah, because that I see that doesn't work now because of there, so that doesn't work. This one that's crossed off the list. Cross that one off. The two ideas that make sense are here and there. So let's recalculate. Just take a slight look at bishops. We've taken a look here. That potentially is going to win at least an exchange. That'll potentially win an exchange. But the only sitch, no, after, sorry, I apologize. After takes here, you take with the queen, not with the pawn, because then he has a check here. We don't. Well, I guess we could do that, huh? Then that can intercept. No, we want to take with the queen. Yeah. Let's see. We'll take a look at this. There. Queen C. Let's see. If we take here, there. The queen could take with f2 on f2. Nope. I'm sorry. Can't take f2. After takes. There. Can't take f2. Can't play here. Only move is there. Bishop retreats back. If rook takes. Queen takes. No, we're equal material at that point. We have the same material at that point. The only sitch is I think we come out with just equal material. Because here, there, back there. His rook takes our bishop. Our queen takes the rook. The queen takes the queen. Pawn takes. I know he's actually up material. Rook C5. Rook D4 looks interesting. No, we can't do that. This guy is a problem. But the only problem is we come out. Maybe we do. Maybe we could take with the pawn at that point. Let's recalculate. That's if queen takes here. Here, there. Oh, we have a. Oh, nice. Actually, guys, we have. No, that doesn't work. So that allows that to happen if we intercept there. So here, there, there, there. Comes back. Rook takes. Pawn takes. Queen check. We come up. I believe there's no more checks at that. Well, let me see. There is a check there. Ouch. Not sure what to do on this one. Well, this is a puzzle. An interesting sitch for sure. I don't know if that's correct though. I think you're right that it's not. I don't think Rook F4 is right because you guys are 100% right. If we played Rook F4, that knight would be protected by the queen. Rook F4 is totally a mistake on my part. It's not. It would be such a problem piece there. We would not be. Well, I guess we could, couldn't we? We could. Interesting at that point. We could sacrifice our rook after the check. Interesting. Huh. So if we... Oh. Yeah, it doesn't work. You guys are right. Because if knight comes there, we move our king to d2. And all that threat is gone. And the queen is attacked. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. No. Yes. No. No, let me see. I'm trying to think now if rook here actually works, because then no, he's got to check with the knight. That's right. Otherwise, his whole system falls apart. And then after there, he takes. If he takes, we grab a checkmate. Oh boy, are you guys with me on f4? I'm reinstituting that idea. Now I see f4 potentially is correct. Okay. Oh, please let this be right. No? Oh, drat. You're kidding me. Really? Really? I forgot that when he checked. No, that's mine. My fault there. Again, I can't believe this. Overthought it again. Now let's take a look and see. I'm overcomplicating it. Oh, let's go check. We'll take a look. I'm more than happy to learn. Let's see what the sitch is here. Because if he takes here, the queen gets skewered with a discovery on the queen on C4 or C5, sorry. Yeah, it's complex for sure. You guys were right on bishop takes, though. That was 100% right. I just didn't see the continuation. That was 100% right. You guys were right on that. Bye bye. Bye bye. Be safe. And God bless. Let's see if there. So if he moves, we snap off a bishop. Or do no? No. I think we do it. Do we snap off a bishop or do we win a rook? Let me see. Because I believe after we check and we take, we do have a check here, and that wins another piece. So if we take here, he moves. We take, and then if he tries some weird queen stuff, maybe to attack our queen, we can actually take. Then rook takes. We drop our knight in, forking the two rook and king. What do you think? Oh, okay. Let's go back and take a look. Hey, I'm more than happy to learn. Okay, let's go back and see what the problem with ours is. Let's see here. Okay, that was the sitch. All these different forks. We'll go over that again. So, I'm sorry, right here. Rook f4. Rook takes. If queen takes, pawn takes. There, and there. Ouch! And then he's got a check. We have to move, and then he can guard. He can guard these pawns, and he's got more pawns than we do. Ouch! So I believe this is correct now, because if he plays here, we can take with check. And then if that's I'll have you take a look and see what you think about that move. I'll be right back. Let's see, at this point now we have to look at two ideas. Here or here. So if we take there, we leave a spot for a fork there. If we take here, there's queen takes, then we have to exchange off, and with no more attack. What do you think? Bishop, queen takes bishop? What happens after queen takes? So if knight takes rook, check. Queen takes knight. Interesting. Okay, let's say here, 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 there, there, or sorry, that takes after that, so we move there. And then this rook takes, bishop takes, and then we get a fork. No, the fork doesn't work, because then we could take with the... Maybe it does work. No, it doesn't work. Drat. I'm trying to figure out if bishop takes here, and do we have a knight fork. So if bishop, that's what I'm thinking. I'm trying to see if that actually doesn't work. I know we have takes here. I see that. I don't know. This is an interesting idea, because if queen takes, we could take rook takes. We'd have to move our knight over here. Or no, we could move our knight there, but maybe it does work. But I'm not sure if that does works either, now that I think about it. Well, maybe it does, because if we take here, and let's say he tries to take the double up, we can actually take. Then if queen takes, no, then we have that. We opened up that channel. Hey, hi. Hey, you can join us with finding some tactics, so feel free to put in if you want to tactical understanding. We're working on this tactic here. I believe it's this here, if I'm not mistaken, because if queen takes, then we have a fork on the two rooks. And so if rook comes here, we take the queen, and then when rook takes, we drop in, check. Nope. Well, let me see. Do we win material? Let's see here, there. Let's see here, there. Nope, that doesn't work. Or does that? No, no. Then we check. No, that's wrong. Yeah, there. So that'd be a fork. And if here, and let's say he plays there. Because I was looking at this, this idea here, but that he can just move, and then there's nothing that we've accomplished at all. Let's see. Interesting, for sure. That is, well, I was looking at that, but I always sitches. King can go to G7. I don't know if we have anything after that. Well, if we go there, and then say it goes there, we play queen check. There. Queen takes, takes. No, we don't have anything there. That's a good idea, but I don't. No, 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 no. I don't see that. Let's see. It's a good idea, but I'm trying to think. I just don't really see anything else. Let's see. That's interesting. Only stitch I see about this there, and then here is he potentially could take with our knight with his rook, and it's then protected by the king. That is an interesting idea for. I think you're onto something with the knight. Now that I see it, I have a visualization of it now. Because if here and then there, if rook takes queen, we take here, check, and then we win. Yeah, I believe that's right. Because then you do a nice little dance around the corner. And if he takes there, forking the king and the queen. That's, I think, knight g6 and now is the best. I had to go through all of the maneuvers in my head. Yeah, that makes sense. And what he's going to do is take with the rook, and then we'll take back. I like that idea. I'll show you what would happen if he just moved his there we go. There's the dance. And now we're up these two. Actually, he'll take here. He actually can't take there, can he? Because of this rook now. So that'd be bad. Nice job. Nice job. Nice find. Good job, guys. We just gotta be careful and look at all options. That's what we need to do, is be very wise on our moves. Let's see, is there anything? Okay, if we bring a bishop here, he's got that move there. Then we have knight. Knight comes in, and I believe at that point the queen is trapped. Yeah, because the only square after here, that's taken. Because then if he moves there, we can actually take, knight takes, Actually, I apologize. If he moves here, we win the queen. Moves here, we win the queen twice. Moves here, we win the queen. Moves here, we win the queen. There, queen. Here, we have let me see, if we move here, sorry. If we move their attacks, we have here, there, there. So everything is attacked. So the only move that would be is there, because otherwise, well, let me see, here, there, yeah, otherwise, sorry, here, there, and then that wins the queen, because there's no square for the queen to go to, because that's guarded, that's guarded, that's guarded by that. Yeah, so this move here, what do you guys think? Queen f4. Did you guys get to see that combo? All this row is guarded. So anywhere he moves there is done. He can't move here once we have a bishop. That whole diagonal is gone. So that's the only spot. I believe that's it. I don't see anything. Do you see anything else, guys? I will give everybody a chance to look, because I may have missed something, and I don't want to miss. I want to make sure we get it right. Let's see. Are we all in agreement? 100%? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Interesting. So he plays that pawn push. What do we do now? That's irritating. Let's see if we take here. I believe that might be potentially an idea there. See if here, let's say, tries to go in to win our queen. We can actually play there. That guards the bit. Actually, no, the bishop's guarded, isn't it? Then all we need to do is retreat back there, and that owns the knight. Maybe after takes we move our queen. I'm not sure. What do you guys... Is it takes with the pawn? I'm trying to see if it's takes with the pawn or... I want to make sure, I'm going to make sure this is right here. Hey, how you doing? Let's see. Okay, if we take here, he takes there. We take there. He takes here. We take back. King takes. I think we're equal material at that point. I'm not sure if we maybe just play our queen up. No, we can't play our queen up because he's got a nice little fork here. We potentially have maybe queen h2, but that doesn't work. The queen can just move at that point. Yeah, because that's a pickle for us now. Oh, interesting. Nice. See here. I'm trying to see if it's maybe not queen g2. Because if he takes here, we take. And if he takes, we can take. Then when king takes, we take. So what do you think? See, the only I was thinking here, there, there. Interesting. Let's see here. Okay, if we play, okay, I see what you're saying. Let's see if we. I want to calculate. I think I miscalculated this. Here, there, there. No, there, there, and then Yeah, we're equal material at that point. Let's see. Okay, if we play queen here, can't play there. He can only play here. Because he's got to keep in contact with this bishop knight. So here, there's really nothing he can do with that knight. If takes there, we win that. Oh boy, 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 boy. Do-do-do. Oh, you're talking here. Knight takes knight. Okay, then it takes. I think that's the only move that is right. What do you guys think? Knight queen to g2. Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, please let this be right. Ouch. Whew, that was a close one. I knew it was right, but I was just like, I didn't know if the computer was gonna, or whoever played this was gonna play that move. Let's see if we have anything that helps us run out of checks here. So we play here. There's only one check that he can do. If we play f2 there, and then we can intercept with our knight to e2. and then that check would be covered, that check would be covered. What do you think? King F2, and then after queen checks, we move our knight. What you guys think? King F2, queen for black, knight. Sorry, King F2, Queen D2 check, and then Knight E2. I think that's it. Yeah, I think Queen check, Queen takes Bishop check, Queen takes Queen, and Knight takes. I think we win a piece, don't we? What do you guys think? Is it Queen takes check, Queen takes, and then Knight takes? Does that look good for you guys? Okay, I mean, can we all agree? Are we in agreement on Queen takes? Let's see here. Let's see if we check here, if we check there. So he really has at this point only one move to go to here, there. Let's see. If he plays here, we try checking, then he escapes. I think he escapes after that. Yeah, he does escape. Here, 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 there, and he escapes. What do you guys think? I think that's the best. It rids us of all threats of this queen. And then what we're left with a knight at this point. And then if the king tries something, we just implant our knight right back there, blockades this pawn on d4, protects the pawn on d6. If he tries to infiltrate in, we just bring our king to e3, protecting our knight. What do you think? Okay, let's give it a go. There we go. Let's see here. What if we played rook checks check first, rook takes, rook, knight attacks, and then if the king tries to run, we take with the knight and we win a piece. What do you guys think? Check there, and if he tries to run, we take. It's protected by the rook. Because there, I think he can escape here. If we play knight there, he can actually do a fork. So there we go. There's 12. Boom, baby. Gotta love that. Okay. In the zone now. You always have to look for the double attacks. Those are the killers. The king sometimes can really wreak havoc on two pieces if you don't play correctly, and you'll be like, what did I just do? And then it's like, drat. There's a potential queen takes, knight takes, but no, I was thinking doubling here, but then he has a check there, and let's see, does that actually, can we actually run our king here at that point? I don't know if that might be too dangerous for our likings. I think that's right. Yeah, I think you're right on that. Because I did the incorrect inverse of it. You have the right, you have the upside, and that's the correct side. Because here, there, and that guards against the protection there. And then if he tries a move here, that doesn't do anything. Well, maybe it does. Maybe he can flee at that point. Because I was thinking if we played here, and then if we tried the rook to come over, he's got there, and then when we run, this rook potentially could flee. So maybe that inverse is actually right. Maybe here. If he plays check there, we attack. Even if he brings his rook over, this knight's attacked, that knight's attacked. and we win with our king. So here, 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 there, there, rook slides over, king takes knight. I think that's it. What do you think? I'm trying to see if there's anything else. Do we have anything else that potentially is an idea? No, I don't see anything. Let's do the queen takes. Oh, drat, you gotta be, really? Oh boy. What was it? Oh man. Oh, okay. Okay. Wow, that was a difficult one. But I want to go back. I want to see why ours doesn't work. But so okay. That was an interesting one for sure. That's okay. It's okay. It's okay. That was only 7. We're fine. We're good. We'll get back in the zone. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? Do 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 do. Ooh, no. I was thinking about here with this double attack there and here, but maybe that does work. Let's see. If he takes, then we have that. So if he retreats back, we have there. Ooh, interesting. What if we played there? No, that doesn't work. That's not a good move. Well, maybe it is. Let's see if he takes there. No, I don't think that works. It's an interesting idea, this along here, but I don't know if if it has enough to it. Hold on, let's go to move 10. I want to check to see kind of. Okay. Maybe here. That is interesting. I think I like that idea. Yeah, I like, now that I look at that, here, there, and that threatens to attack. Interesting. Here, and then if here, we takes, and then, okay, interesting. That makes really good sense now that we looked at that. But the only sitch is maybe he's got that. But no, because then we could take. So here, no, I apologize. With that takes, it blocks that. My bad. I did not see that. Let's see here, undiscovered an attack there, undiscovered attack. I believe that's it. I'm gonna go for it. Good find. Excellent job. Nice find. Nice. Great find. For some reason, I saw the E pawn, but I didn't work it out. I was like, it's like, and then we finally worked it out. We worked it out together. Yeah, nice job. Let's see here. Let's see. What do we got? Let's see here. Maybe it has something to do with that. I'm sorry. Nope, wrong. Is it that? Which one? That's an excellent proposal. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. We need more of a threat though. So, what potentially could we attack with? Maybe potentially that. Maybe interesting because there. There, here, there. Interesting. Interesting. So after here, let's say takes there. We have there. He does have takes. No, he does have knight takes. Ooh. Some reason I'm thinking there because then we take back. We have a double attack here and here. That's kind of what I'm thinking as well. That institutes a double attack pin, and then this knight here. Well, wait a second. He does have a fork here. That is a problem, and it's a royal fork. Or sorry, a family fork. Wait a second, you're right. What am I thinking? And when we play there, you're right. That guards that. I'm silly. That's funny. I can't. Yeah. That's silly. I can't believe I didn't see that. That knight guards that square. Duh. See here. Let's say the queen moves somewhere like, we'll say here. No, he's not going to move there, so he'll probably move here. So here, there. Trying to see which one. See here, there, there. Or here, moves. Nope, he can't move there. I didn't see that again. Drat, that's perfect. That's the correct knight. Because if we took with this knight, he has that there. Perfect knight. Great job. Great find, man. Great find. Because then he'll have to move over here. And then we can, I believe we can actually, at this point, take with our knight. I like that. That's perfect. Perfect find. Nope, we can't take with the knight. I forgot, because if we took with the knight, there's a fork there. So we're going to have to, now we got to be careful what we take with. We've found the correct take. Yeah, that is good. Let's see here. This is interesting here because we have to watch out for that. That's a humongous sitch. So that's an interesting proposal for sure. But maybe first we take here, then he takes, and he takes, and then he wins material. Arg. Oh, nice. I like that. Takes here, perfect. That's actually an excellent idea because if pawn takes, then we slide our queen in with check and we win. So if takes, queen takes, we then play knight to d4, and that forks the queen and the bishop. Huh. I think that's right, because here, more likely he's going to take with the queen. And then we can implant that, and then if he plays queen here, yeah, this is probably a 17 pointer, so we gotta let's make it worth our time. Let's see here, then queen takes, then we replace our knight there, and then if he comes over here to attack the knight, we take, no. I kind of see the idea here, there, and then if he plays here, like to attack our knight, we can actually take his knight with our rook. Then when queen takes, we take with there. I believe that might be the sitch. I like that idea. Okay, now we have to make sure, so here It's Nikes. Oh, this is a nice idea. After takes, we drop that in. So rook takes, rotate. Oh, no, no, no. No, that's a horrible move. He's threatening to ouch. Ouch. That's a bad move. I can't believe I did that. That's not good at all. First of all, we have to push this pawn. That's imperative that we stop this here. But then the queen can infiltrate. No, that doesn't work. That's horrible too. And the only problem, if we take with the rook, the queen can take. Arg. No, that leads to mate. See, if we actually take here, queen takes, we have to move there, and then he mates us on h. See, if we take here, queen takes, we have no other. Well, I guess we could. No, we can. Let's see here, 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 there, 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 here, and then maybe we have a flight idea with the king. Maybe we do have a win. Maybe. Let's just see, because you know what, it's good to calculate anyways. Okay. No, we do. I think we do have. I think we are fine now that I think about it. Because takes here, we can move, and then if he tries to check us here, and we move there, and then he tries here, we can actually intercept with our rook, because we have a rook here. That would be a good idea. The only sitch is he can actually take back with the knight. I believe that is now that I look at it, I believe that is a no, that's a bad move, isn't it? Because here, and then he can actually check. Ouch. No, that's a bad move. Bad. Now that I look at it. Because we take here, he takes, we move here, he slides over, he wins our knight, our rook. Ouch. That's not fun. But yeah, we can't move there. Darn it. So close to this. So close to tasting victory. I'm wondering if pawn push here isn't the correct idea for when, nope, no, the knight would go, drat, this is horrible. Horrible, horrible. Drat, drat, drat. We're missing something. I know we are. What are we missing? Oh, that is true. No, hey, good find there. I didn't think about that. You're right. Because if we take here, then he takes, we move over. He checks here, we move, and if he takes the rook, we actually have a fork. I think the rook takes. What do you think? That makes sense now. Do you see how? If he checks here, we can move down there, and then if he comes over and checks, let's say we run, and then he gets greedy and grabs that rook, we actually have a fork on e2, and we pick up the queen. Let's give her a go. Yeah, well, with that, guys, since we've crossed over, over the 22. Actually, we're on 22, and that'd be a good spot to leave off, so that when we pick up next time, we have a good starting point. And we want to, as always, leave on a positive note. It's important. Our brain knows that, and so. Well, I want to work this out first, though, and then we'll do that. Let's see here. Then if he takes here, which would be a mistake, smack, we got him. Yeah, so, well, with that, guys, we're gonna log off, and we're gonna pick up here and continue to keep going up, up, up. Okay, as Wesley So says, serve the Lord Jesus, and as I say, God bless, guys, and I'll see you next time on Chess Cruncher TV. Remember, it's not about the rating or the level. It's about our understanding. That's how come we're able to get to 2200. Remember, it's about understanding. And remember, keep studying chess so that when we come back, we can continue to keep going up, and only look back to learn, but keep moving forward. And remember, there's always a move in the position. We just have to find it. If it takes a while, we're going to do it. Bye-bye, guys.